Hello everyone, in this video I'll be solving Cambridge A-Level Information Technology Paper 4 Advanced Practical for the October-November 2021. We are supplied with the following source files. In this video I'm going to do the animation task for this paper. So task 3 is the animation task. We have to create an animation as shown below. Set the frame size to 500 pixels by 400 pixels. So I'm using Adobe Animate here. The frame size 500 pixels and height is 400. I'm setting the frame rate to 60. Click on create. Use background1.png and background2.png as backgrounds for the animation. The images should alternate every 0.5 seconds, starting with background1.png. So first layer, let us bring the background. Before that, let's import the images to the library. We need the background images are required, then the cloud image is required, and the bolt image is needed for the animation. So let's bring them to the library. Go to File, Import, Import to Library. So let's import these four images, the backgrounds, the bolt, and the cloud. So the first background layer starts with background image 1. Let's rename this as BG, this layer. Now let's drag the background 1 here. It exactly fits the stage size. So this layer will remain on the stage for half second. After half second, let's insert a keyframe and drag the background 2. So we have alternating backgrounds after half second. So let's copy this. Copy these frames till 1 second. Copy frames. Let's paste it once more till 3 seconds. So now we have the backgrounds alternating every half second. Next, insert your cloud image in the top left corner. The cloud image should be partially visible as shown. So I'll add a new layer for the cloud. Go to the free transform tool and resize it from the corner. So the cloud is partially visible as shown. Let's make it a little more smaller. Next we need At 0.5 seconds, the text malware must fade in and rise up from the bottom of the frame, and a copy of the bald image must be partially visible from behind your cloud image. So first let us do the text malware. For that, I'll add another layer for the text malware. Let's insert the text. So you can see the text is red color. So let's make the fill color as red. Size I am giving 72 and it is Times New Roman. Let's type. Let it be here. Now at 0.5 seconds, that means at the 30th frame, it should come partially up. It should fade in partially. So first let's give an animation. For that, let me convert it to simple. Give OK. Now insert motion tween. So at this point, we have to make this text partially visible on the stage. Let's move this little up. And at the beginning, it should fade in. So at the beginning, let's set the alpha to 0 or the opacity to 0 so that it gives an effect of fading in. And at this point, I'll set it as 100. Now at 1 second, the text must be fully visible here. So at 1 second, the text must be fully visible. So let's move this up. It is visible like this. Now at the same time, at 0.5 seconds, the image bold must be partially visible from behind the cloud image. So let's add a new layer for the cloud. Sorry, for the bolt. Let's add the bolt here. Use the free transform tool to make it smaller. Now at this point, an animation for this. I'll convert it to simple. Insert motion tween. Now at this point, it must be partially visible like this. And at this point, it must be almost in the middle like this. At 1.5 seconds, the tip of the bolt must reach the malware text, which must appear to explode. So at 1.5 seconds, that means here, the bolt should reach at this point. So now let's play and see how it is working. This bolt must be behind the cloud. For that, the cloud layer should be above the bolt. So I have dragged the cloud layer above the bolt so that when you play, it will come from behind the cloud. As soon as it reaches this text, the malware text must explode. So for that, I will add a new layer. At 1.5 seconds, the text must explode. I will add a keyframe at 1.5 second. Let me add a new layer. At 1.5 second, insert a keyframe, and I'll make another copy of the text malware and place it just above it, overlapping each other. So we have inserted the new text here. The previous one, the previous layer for the text malware. So from here, I am going to remove the frames. We will not show this text anymore. So I'll just click here and select these frames. And remove the frames. Now we have this text here. We did not do the animation on this text because it's already converted to symbol, and then we cannot do the animation one by one on each letter. So we have inserted this text. Now let's select this, right click, break apart so that the text is broken down into individual letters. Each letter is an object now. Right click here and you can see distribute to layers. So the text is now distributed into different letters. You can see the layers are there for each letter. Now this layer I'll just remove. So we have for each letter one layer is there. Now select all of them. You have to insert classic twin. We have to convert all of these letters to symbol. So give OK. So now for each letter animation is inserted. Now on this layer, I have clicked on this layer. So we should have a effect of the letters exploding. You can see how they have shown here. So let's move the letters here and there. Click on the free transform tool. Click on each letter and change the position of each letter so that it will give a explode effect. After selecting all of them, I'll go to Insert, Classic Twin. It should be converted to symbol if you get the message for that. Now at this point, the letters should show an effect of exploding. So we need to move the letters one by one to different places as shown here. As shown here. So on each layer you can see the motion is added. It just needs to be shown as if it has exploded. The position does not matter. So when you play this, it will give an effect of exploding. So at 2 seconds, so at 1.5 second, this effect will be shown. At 2 seconds, this text must have grown to double size and must start to fade out. And you can see the bolt will move little more down. So at 2 seconds, the bolt will be at this point. And all of this, select all the keyframes at 2 seconds for all the letters. All of them should double the size. Let's make it a little bigger. And it should be fading out. It should start to fade out. So let's click on this, go to the alpha and make sure it fades out like this. At 2.5 seconds, the text must have disappeared and the bold image must have left the frame. At 2.5 seconds, that means at this point, the bolt should have left the frame. So you should select all of them. Now insert at 2.5 seconds. I have selected the point for all the letters. Right click, insert keyframe. At this point, all of the letters must disappear. So let's go to the alpha and make them disappear, make 0. After 3 seconds, the animation must start again and loop continuously. So the animation is still here only. So till 3 seconds it will stay. It should be named as malware zap followed by your center number and candidate number. So let's export this. File export animated GIF. So make sure it is looping because it needs to loop. Looping forever is set. Click on save. Its name is malware zap followed by your center number and candidate number. Let's open and see after saving how it is working. This is the animation which we have made. You can see how it's working. So the animation is saved. This is the end of the animation task. Thank you for now.